Welcome to Tweens, guys. We're going to be starting a new series and a new format and a new way of looking at things right now. Alright guys, so we're going to be focusing on this week on what it means to be made in the image of God. Okay, this is what I want you to do first. Before we get started, before we do anything, I want you guys to go and find some safety glasses, because we are going to be discovering and experimenting in the Word of God. Alright guys, and I'm going to need you to bring a Bible as well. So you can open it up like this one and take a look at where the scriptures are coming from. Alright, so what does it mean to be made in the image of God? Well, I like to think about it this way. So, on my phone camera, I have a front camera, selfie camera. I can take selfies. Like, right, there we go. Got one selfie, and this is what it looks like. That is an image of me on my phone. That is what I look like. Here is an example of what being made in the image of God looks like. So here we have a cookie. This cookie was made by someone who wanted the cookie to look this way. Now, this cookie is made out of a couple of ingredients, namely chocolate, flour, sugar, eggs, maybe a few other ingredients that I'm forgetting, but it's made in a specific way, just like how you and me are made in a specific way. The baker made this cookie to look the way it does. God made you just the way you are and has designed you for a purpose and wants you to take your identity, what you call yourself, what you define yourself. And He wants you to be called by what He wants you to be called by, which we're going to talk about next week. Back on track. This week, we're talking about what it means to be in the image of God. It means that God created us and breathed life into us so that we could do His purposes for His glory. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a little story right now. So, when I was younger, I would often get upset with people around me, start fighting them. When I was in middle school, I got into a lot of trouble, and that resulted in some really bad things, like going to the principal's office plenty of times and getting called to the office and stuff like that, because I got mad at what other people said about me. Getting that? Because I wanted to be known a certain way. I put my identity not in God, but what I wanted people to think of me. Putting my identity in God means that I let God define me. We're going to be talking about that next week. But for now, just know that you are created, you are special, you are made in the image of God. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you're not. And Don't let anything that you do define you. Let God define you. Just like how this cookie is defined by its baker, you are defined by your creator. All right, guys, we are going to be talking about what it means to trust in God's identity for you next week. Remember, there is a question sheet attached to this video. Take it up with your parents. Remember to read the Bible verse, Genesis 1:26-27, which tells us that we're made in the image of God. It says, "Then God said, let us make mankind in our own likeness, so they may rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the sky and the livestock and all the wild animals and all of the creatures that live on the ground." So God created humanity in his own image. God created them, and he made them male and female. All right, guys, see you next week.